Exciting day! I'm getting my first ever Bikefit. I've been cycling and bikepacking for a bit over a year, and this year I decided to take on a new challenge and sign up for my first ultra endurance bikepacking events, Transiberica and race around the Netherlands. I'm excited to see how I can improve my position on the bike. Woo! We are here at our local bike shop, Ride Out Amsterdam, to find out more. Let's go in. So we are here with John, who has how many years of experience?
Almost 15 years experience in bike fitting. Yeah,
oh,
already.
Wow.
Yeah, that's quite a few years. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, John, what are we gonna do today?
We're gonna check out. First of all, we're gonna do an interview, see what's going on. What are your purpose of the bike fitting? You know, do you want a bike fitting because you have a long distance training, or do you want it to win the competition? And afterwards we're going to measure your body. We're going to check out flexibility. Maybe you've got some leg length differences or something.
Yes, I think so.
So we have to check into that, see if there is any injuries or whatever. And then afterwards we're going to sit on the bike.
Yeah.
And we're going to find the proper position for you. It is like a competition.
Yeah, it is a competition. So
Over 1,000 K.
1,900 kilometers.
1,900 kilometers. Okay.
Yeah, it's all around the Netherlands. And the second one I'm doing is 4,000 kilometers around the Iberica Peninsula in Spain. If I have any issues with my knee or something, I mean, it's not often, but it tends to be on the left side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's usually, all the problems usually occur on one side of the body. But you did a namaste thing, so. The issues you told me and what's going on is probably that the whole base of the bike is formed with cleat position, alignment of the shoe, and maybe insoles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Some cleat spacers we can add, and the seat. If the seat height is okay and the way you move it forward or backwards, if that position is okay and the shoes are really good and they're really aligned, when you sit on the bike, all of a sudden it doesn't matter anymore how long the bike is. If it's like 2 centimeters this way, then you're like, yeah, it's different, but it's okay. And if you move it 2 centimeters back, then you're like, yeah, still comfortable. So the whole thing is to get yourself a proper seat, proper shoes and proper alignment of the shoes and the cleat spacers, and then you will feel really comfortable on your bike.
Well, time to check out the coffee, yeah?
Okay, well, first of all, we're going to get you a new seat because you're hanging over the edge of your seat. So your left side is like you're hanging over on the left side, and your left knee is also turning inwards. So you're doing this the whole time. So when you pedal, this starts to happen the whole time. So that's why probably you get some knee injuries or feel the pain coming up after, I don't know, 100K or 200K. We inserted the spacer under a cleat. And the spacer is a little bit thicker on one side than on the other side. It will help her because she got a little bit of pronation at the front end of her foot. So her foot is, a normal position of her foot is like this. And when she's on the pedal, it drops a little bit. So her knee will go along with it as well. So now we tend to just get her shoe up in the natural position of her foot. And then something will probably happen with the knee as well.
the shoes are the right size. It's not too big, right? Because
no, it's not too big at all. So the shape of the shoe is okay. Maybe we can fill it up a bit with a new insole, and that will lift it up a bit more because there's a little bit of room in the shoe.
Yeah, it's because normally, you know, in long distance, sometimes your feet swollen. So I wanted to have a bit of room.
A little bit of room there.
Yeah.
Did you break your collarbone already, or no? Then you're not a real cyclist.
What's the takeaway?
Yeah, well, it's going to create a problem on your bike. With a good bike fitting, I think we made lots of improvements, especially in your shoes.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, we measured all the proportions on the bike we did the fit on. It turns out that your bike is a bit too long, actually a bit too long, or way too long.
Yeah, short torso people.
Short torso people, long legs, short torso.
Yeah.
So we have to find a good balance between the saddle height, of course, and the length in the bike. So it's going to create probably some difficulties, but we'll look into that afterwards. You get a whole bike report, and I will recommend a few frame sizes or a few bikes you can check into.
So I have one question. So, for example, would you say it's better to have a bike fit before buying a bike or after buying a bike? That's always the question.
People usually tend to buy a bike, maybe the third or fourth bike they are buying, they're really into cycling. And then they forget the most important thing, the bike fitting. Because during a bike fit, you really know what kind of seat you need, what kind of bars you need, what kind of stem length you need. And once you buy the bike and you have the bike with everything set up, and it turns out that you need to change the seat, the stem, the bars, whatever. On a 6,000 euro bike, there's probably like 500, 600 or 700 euros of stuff you can change on the bike to make it in your dimension. Going to a bike shop and say to the owner, look, I'm looking for this bike with these dimensions, and your bike will become a lot more cheaper than adjusting everything afterwards.
Very useful tips from John. Let me know in the comments, do you have any issues after cycling for very long distances or during your bikepacking trips after a few days? Thanks for watching. See you soon and ride the bus.